I'm curious, do you have like any involvement with like, other game creators at all online? You have like a community of guys doing the same kind of stuff, or peers, you guess, that you kind of communicate with and hash ideas out with, things like that?
And so that I don't. Um, there's a couple of my friends that actually that are in this space, the tabletop RPG space, and video game space and whatnot. And I bounce ideas off of them very rarely. But as far as like me being a part of community, I don't, and like I really should, um, because there is there's a YouTuber that I it took me a while to get up the nerve to actually like send him an email and ask him very poignant questions. But once I did, oh man, it was awesome. I joined his Discord, and like I get a lot of feedback from his community, and because of that, because like I actually put myself out there, um like I'm like, it's helping me get my name out there, and it's helping me like hone my craft. But no, like I really should absolutely like be a part of a bunch a set amount of like indie creators who do this, because like they're really friendly and they're super cool.
It's a select and a rarefied group of people that play games in the first place. So it's an even more select and rarefied group that creates games. And, being a small group of people, you always want to talk about the thing you're excited about. So, man, those guys are never more excited than to talk to somebody who knows the ropes in it.
That's true. And so like, but like when you said like we are like a very small, like small knit community, like I often ask myself why, like why is like tabletop RPGs and board games such a very niche community?
Not enough
Um, eh,
homeschoolers.
uh,
You laugh, but all the homeschool families I know play D&D or whatever.
I mean, but like not to go off on a tangent or anything like that, but like honestly, if it wasn't for COVID, then like the tabletop industry like exploded because of COVID. And the like tabletop RPGs became a thing, um, again because like that's pretty much all you had. Um, and
Well, and then this might be part of like the issues in that industry. I will say is like you're an old head like me. Like we've played these games with a lot of types of people a long time. But if you spend 10 minutes on like TTRPG Twitter, you'll want to blow your brains out. Like the vitriol from like the you call it the woke camp, call it the conservative camp, and these people fighting each other. It's like, guys, we're all here to play games and have fun. Like, but everyone just wants to like, they want to pour all of their being into this. And it's like, well, at the end of the day, guys, this is just games. Like
yeah, and like you'll have that absolutely. But like circling back to when me and my friend Tone started the our zombie game LBHV. We had people that were just like ill, like we were trying to explain to them the game. They're like, you mean like D&D? Ew. And we're like, no, okay, give it a try, and they played it and they were like, wow, this is my first time playing something like this. I had a great time. And so like there's it, and I think that there's sort of like the gatekeeping is really really real in those type of industries, and I think some games are designed very they're designed very intricately o- for a reason. Like their targeted audience is us, are the old heads, and so. That's why they have like these very extravagant games that are very expensive.
Well, nothing more expensive than when you're like. Don't get me wrong. I love White Wolf and the game. And one thing I really loved about it was modular. You could start with just the basic storyteller system and then add a book as you went. And every like new thing you wanted, a new set of rules you wanted to add to the core book, you could go and buy that. But then again, I have a hard drive full of White Wolf PDFs off of Drive Through RPG, and I've spent way too much money acquiring.
Oh man, you are talking to the man that not only drank the Kool-Aid, I opened several Kool-Aid stands and got other people. I got every I have every offshoot book that did a deep dive to every clan and every. Oh my god, I had like offshoots, I had werewolf, I I put so many people. I guarantee the CEO of like White Wolf was just like that Randall Harris. He thank you for the second yacht.
Well, for me, I always loved the SAS system. To me, it was a perfect system. I like the D10 rules, where it's just like the whole successes failures. It made chance a real part of the game, which I liked. Like sometimes you just get unlucky with that, but it also made it feel like it wasn't so difficult that things would never happen, especially if you were smart about how you set up if, how you would set up your character. Um, but like I always actually ran Mortals campaigns. Like I had fun with those because like the way the campaign I was actually running is I had a guy who wanted to be a midget mob boss. And so I kind of used him as like the center of the game. And so I was almost running like a film noir kind of thing. And the idea was I'd actually created rules for doppelgangers for the system and was working up into a world where like doppelgangers existed. But they're like, the idea was that they're kind of like genetic freaks where their DNA couldn't hold stable. So you needed to introduce new DNA for them to copy.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
But in that same system, like I had a friend who ran a vampire game, and he decided the idea was that he wanted to run the game started on a boat. One of the we'll say wasn't maybe the Mayflower, but during that time period, and we just happened to be vampires on a boat coming to the new world as like the colonies were about to be created. And so like the depth and variation you could get in that game, like it was always loved it. But as much as I like that, the system that you kind of created with like the weapons, like, that to me just sounds so interesting. And like the ability to, if you can keep a character alive, to be able to like make the character what you need it to be as time progresses is very interesting.
Yeah. So one of the one things I really enjoyed about Vampire the Masquerade is that there you can make a character and that character is through and through an individual. And that character will always be unique, and like but you know the character, as far as powers go, or your supernatural abilities, your character is on a train track, and they cannot deviate from that track. And so to fully customize your character is to fully customize your character, to say that I want to, because and this happened to me a while ago when in my adult life I tried to join a campaign, and there was three of us, and then there was two of us, and then there was three of us again, and then there was four of us, and this was playing we're playing fifth edition, and I was like, my character's kit was designed for three people, and now there's five, and now there's three again, and so like to have to be able to fluctuate but keep your character alive and keep your character fresh is really paramount towards like enjoying and loving a game.
Well, right on, Randall. Sorry. Thanks so much.
No, Randy's good, man.
That's in my head from 20 years ago. That's still how I remember you. It's like, oh, it's Randy over and
Oh no, it's taken me so like long, like not to call you like just Nick and like, hey man, how's it going? Oh my god, I can't believe. But
No, we're good. Thank you so much for coming on today. And where can we send people so they can check out your game and be ready when it actually is out?
oh yeah, so all of my information is on backpackuniversegames.com. Um, like sign up for the newsletter, subscribe, it costs you nothing, and you gain all the benefits of it. I You can email my company at backpackuniversegames@gmail.com. And like, yeah, poke me, keep pressuring me. Hey, no, I need this game now. It should have been in my hands like 2 days ago. What are you doing? Um, I yeah, yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Wait, you can also follow me at Backpack Universe Games, Instagram, and Backpack Universe Games, Facebook.
Awesome. Well, you heard there, folks. Be on the lookout.